Today I'm going to tell you as to how you can perform an IMAP migration. I have got one of my Gmail account. I'm going to migrate all the emails from my Gmail account to Office 365. Before I proceed further, I've got one of the Microsoft article before me. So I also want to tell you that I've seen many videos on YouTube as well as on Microsoft support websites. But I've seen people focusing more on the theoretical part rather than educating users about the steps that are supposed to perform. So as the article suggests, that you can migrate only emails, not calendars, contact, item or task. Contacts can be migrated once the migration is completed. Through the Gmail account, there is an option on Gmail to export the contacts. Once the contacts are exported, you can migrate to Outlook once again. So the biggest email that you can migrate is of 35 MB. Now, not only you need to consider about the things that are mentioned on the support article, but also there are few things which you need to consider before you actually perform an IMAP migration, and I'm pretty much sure these are not mentioned on any of the support websites. So let me tell you. So you need to ensure that IMAP protocol should be enabled for your Gmail account, and this is how you can check it. You just need to sign into your Gmail. I'm on my front page. You just need to go to settings, again settings, forwarding an IMAP. You just need to enable it from here. If it is disabled, you won't be able to migrate your email to Office 365. Also, you need to ensure that you should turn on the secured app protocol on your Gmail account, which means if it is turned on, it will accept the invitation from Microsoft to migrate emails. If it is turned off, you will not be able to migrate the emails. So you just need to go to Bing. You just need to type it, turn on secured app Gmail. Sorry, the first link that you would get is of sign in Google accounts. So you just need to go here. You just need to turn it on, which I've already done it. Great. Now we are ready to perform an IMAP migration. Now what we need to do is we need to go to Office 365 port. I have got one of my so I've got my mailbox created already here. This is my mailbox, Ashish Kumar Bangtani at bangtanitech.in. I've also assigned this user the license, due to which I can see the mailbox here. This one. This is my mailbox. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to migrate my emails from my Gmail account to this account. So whatever emails I can see here, I want to migrate it to my Office 365 account. So what am I supposed to do is I need to create a CSV or a text file. This is how I can do it. Let's see. I need to put my username. I'm sorry. We need to start with email address, username, and the password. So this is how a text file should look like. I need to put the email address of my Office 365 account here, which is Ashish Kumar Bangtani at bangtanitech.in. Now in this case, before I proceed further, I just want to tell you that I'm doing it for testing purpose. I've got this Gmail account created already. In case if you have got a custom domain created, you can also migrate that following the same steps, which I am doing right now. So instead of mentioning username as Gmail, you can mention your custom domain. Let's say if your custom domain with Gmail is registered as Contoso, you can mention here Contoso. But considering I've got Gmail account created, considering I've not got any custom domain created, it's just the normal account I have, I'm going to mention it as Gmail, and thereafter I will mention my password. I'm not going to share my password. I've already created this file. You need to make sure that once you save it, let's say go to desktop, you should save it as all files. You should name it as asss.text. Once it is done, you just need to click on save. Once it is done, what you need to do is you need to go to recipients, you need to go to migration. So it is taking some time to load up. Now this is one of the migration batches that are that is already running. Let me delete this one first. It's gonna take some time to for the migration batch to get deleted. So I've also created a migration endpoint. Let me delete that as well. I just want to start it from the beginning. Considering this migration is still removing, we can't delete the migration endpoint. Let me pause this session for a while. Hi guys, I'm back. So before you actually go ahead and create the migration endpoint, you just need to ensure that you have already created the CSV file. Also, you need to ensure that the IMAP protocol should be enabled. You need to turn on the secure app. Also, you need to ensure that the mailbox on which you want to migrate the email should be present in your Office 365. So now we are going to create a migration endpoint. This is required so that Office 365 can connect to your Gmail account to migrate your emails. I need to choose IMAP here. The server name would be imap.gmail.com. You can name your migration endpoint as test1. Click on here. So we have created the migration endpoint so that Office 365 can connect to Gmail to migrate the emails. Now we are going to migrate a mailbox. So I'm going to click here as IMAP. So I've created a text file already. I'm going to which would be ashish.txt. You need to select it as allow unknown columns in the CSV file. You need to click on next now. Next. Now the batch is already started. So currently the initial synchronization is happening, which means IMAP is migrating. This connection is migrating all your existing emails from Gmail to your Office 365 account. The Office 365 account which I selected in Gmail was this. So if I open this up, if you want to check whether the migration is being processed or not, you can check the. You just need to double click on the user account on which you have put in your txt file. You just need to go to mailbox usage. So as the synchronization goes on, you would see this size being increased. As you can see at the top, migration batch has already been queued. Now what I was talking about is that currently the initial synchronization is happening, which means it is migrating all your existing emails to Office 365. Once all your emails are migrated to Office 365, an incremental synchronization takes place every 24 hours, which means if any new email comes in on your IMAP server on your Gmail account, that will also get synchronized. Once you've realized that all your mailboxes are migrated to Office 365, you can change your MX record You can change your txt to verify the domain. You can change your mx domain. You can change your auto discover record. You can point all these records to Office 365 so that any email which should come in should directly be received by your Office 365, not by your Gmail. Once it is done, you can delete the migration batch considering all the emails are already been considering all the emails have already been migrated. So you can go here and you can delete the migration batch from here. If the migration, but unfortunately if the migration is if the migration was not successful, you can see the details from here, from view details. It will show you the details here. Whatever the result would be, suppose let's say if the migration got failed, you will see the status here failed 1. If the migration was successful, you will see that one mailbox was migrated. So in this way you can migrate your emails from your Gmail account to Office 365. So just a quick recap. So now, as I mentioned earlier, before you migrate your emails, you need to make sure that the IMAP protocol should be enabled. You need to turn on your secured apps. You also need to make sure that the mailbox should be present in Office 365. Once that is done, you can come back to your Office 365. You can create a migration endpoint. Then you can start the migration. I'm pretty much sure there won't be any errors popping up considering we have already performed these steps correctly. In case of any errors, you can mention below in the description. I will try to get back to you with the answers as soon as possible. Also, once the migration is completed, since at the starting I mentioned that contacts do not get migrated. So once you see that all the emails are migrated, you can go to settings here. You can, from on the left hand side, you can go to contacts. And thereafter there is an option on the left hand side, more. You can click on export. You can click on more again. You can click on export. So there is an option called Outlook CSV. You can save it on your desktop and thereafter you can import it to your Outlook application. Outlook languages here at the bottom. So guys, that was all. In case of any issues that you experience while migrating, please ping me with the error at the bottom of the YouTube description, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I will be able. Thank you for your time, guys. Have a good day. Bye.